Okay. So thank you all for coming and for giving us your weekend. We really appreciate it and we're really excited. So in the next 10 minutes I'm going to present to you my challenge, which is basically an invitation to build an app that will do 3 things. So it's going to connect local peace builders working in Myanmar. It's going to engage local peace builders in checking and reporting and verifying rumours about conflict. And it's going to improve our analysis of rumours about conflict in Myanmar. I should step back a little bit and say that I'm British, as you can tell, but I'm living and working in Myanmar for a local NGO that's fostering social harmony and preventing communal violence. So that's what I'm here as part of today. And I'm also lucky enough to be a Build Peace Fellow. I'm going to spend about 10 minutes and I just want to tell you what is the problem, where are we coming from, why we need you guys, why we need tech, and then why I think this is an exciting opportunity for us all. So the problem in Myanmar, well, Myanmar is an incredibly complicated country, so just to oversimplify, one of its many challenges is violence and tension between religious groups. So, to make it black and white, a Buddhist majority and a Muslim minority. Tensions have been going on since way back colonial period, but in 2012 and 2013 you saw widespread violence, and still today more than 100,000 people are displaced and tensions are very much active. And not only that, but rumours are really important when you look at the conflict, the religious conflict in Myanmar. There isn't a culture really of verifying rumours, and there isn't really a lot of trusted sources about rumour checking, and particularly when it comes to stories about the other religious group or about tensions between the groups. So this is a real sequence that happened in 2014. This was a post that went up online alleging that a Buddhist woman had been raped by 2 Muslim tea shop owners in Mandalay, which is the second biggest city. It was immediately posted through Facebook and widely shared, and it led in the days and weeks following that, it led to riots in Mandalay, which is this picture, and 2 people were killed and many people were injured. So it's really, these rumours are serious, and in this case there was no mechanism to debunk the rumour. It was totally false. Later came out that this had not happened, but so it has really serious implications. And the final part of the problem is that there are people working on this. There are people that are trying to build a culture of verification, that are trying to say, no, these aren't necessarily true facts, let's check. But they're working at a really local level. So they might be working in their town or in their village or in their particular region, but they're not really connected with each other. So there isn't a sense of a big kind of peace-building movement, of an interfaith movement in Myanmar. And that's a problem that the people we work with have also told us about. You know, we don't feel like we're part of anything bigger. And the authorities haven't particularly helped in the way that they've been dealing with interfaith activists and so on. So where would this tool go? Where am I coming from? As I said, I work for a local NGO. It's called the Centre for Diversity and National Harmony, which is CDNH, if you don't want to say it. So we work to promote tolerance, promote diversity, reduce communal tensions. And within CDNH, I'm managing their early warning, early response program. And basically, what that means is we try and get information about rumours, about incidents when they happen on the ground, triangulate the information, check it, and provide the information through briefs and reports and analysis to the right people at the right time so that they can prevent any tensions getting worse and any incidents getting bigger. The way we do it is to have a local network of individuals who are interested in peace building, who are based around the country, particularly in areas where there are high tensions. And these people, we get information from these people. So they tell us when they've heard a rumor or when an incident has happened in their area or when they're feeling that tensions are high. And at the moment, and then we cross-check that information with other people that we work with the authorities, with social media and with print media. So we kind of like a hub. and we record the information in a database and send it out through our reports. At the moment, all that communication is being done by phone calls. So we're calling our local network and we're saying what's been going on this week. Or they're calling us and saying something's happened. Which leads me to the problem, which is that information collection system doesn't work in a systematic way. You cannot call that many people every week. And speaking to you on the phone isn't that engaging for the person on the other end of the line. So they're telling us that they've heard a rumour, and we're saying, oh, that's really great, thank you for telling us, we'll check. But that's it, that's the end of the conversation for them. So it's not really engaging them, and they also have no idea what other people are telling us, and who else is providing information, and how they fit into the bigger picture. And that is the kind of second problem, that these people are isolated from each other. There is a lack of connection. We're working with people all across the country, and we do bring them together offline. We do a lot of training, we do a lot of workshops, but we can only do that every 6 months or so. There isn't like a kind of permanent way for these people to connect. So this is what I want. This is my challenge, is to create a hybrid smartphone app that will have these 3 functions that I mentioned at the beginning. So it's going to improve our analysis of rumours about conflict. It's going to elevate fact over fiction. And it's going to connect local peace builders. And what does that look like? It looks like an app for the user on the front end that has 3 basic functions. And these can go in whatever direction your creative minds take them, but for the basics, a user should be able to report a rumour in their area, a rumour about conflict in their area, provide information about it, add evidence for or against the rumour, evidence probably in the form of photos, maybe sound bites, maybe other files, but real evidence. Users should be able to check rumours of a particular type over a particular time frame in a particular area, depending on what they want. And then see rumours that other people have reported. And importantly, they should be able to interact with those rumours. So they should be able to comment on them, say whether or not they've heard the rumour, and add evidence for or against it. So it should start a conversation that will then help us also verify the rumours. And finally, they should be able to connect with each other. So they should chat with each other, maybe through an existing messaging service, but there should be a way for them to connect. On the back end, CDNH will receive a website dashboard that will collect all this data and allow us to play with it in 3 ways. So we'll be able to analyze the rumours coming in clear visuals that will tell us what are the most common rumour types, where are most of the rumours happening, various different variables. And we'll be able to search rumours in a database as well. And the second function is we'll be able to archive a rumour, which means we'll be able to say whether or not we found it to be true or false, or we can't say yet. And that's really important for the user, because when they're checking a rumour, they can also see whether or not it's been archived, and when it has been archived, they'll be able to be informed. And then finally, we'll be able to communicate with our network. So individually or as a group, we'll be able to send messages of motivation, of encouragement. We'll be able to send alerts about particular rumours. There'll be different channels of communication, but it will be much more effective and efficient than having to pick up the phone every time we want to talk to one member of our network. These are all on the brief, but I just want to highlight the 3 kind of key problems. Yeah, Burmese font is really beautiful, but it poses a lot of technical challenges. It looks like this. If the wording is simple, and if there are not so many words involved, it's not a major stumbling block, but it's an important requirement. The font is called Zawji. That's AWGYI. Burmese connectivity is, let's say, in nascent stages. So there should be an offline functionality that people can report or check things without having a super strong connection, and that is later then uploaded, because lots of our users will be in rural areas, particularly when they hear a rumour. So this is important. And then, yeah, it's the app world in Myanmar is still new. There isn't a lot of literacy about technology, and so it's really important that this is really simple and engaging, and that there's clear incentives for people to use the tool and for people to be engaged. So, talking of incentives, why do I think you should be excited, or why am I excited about it? Because Myanmar's a really exciting place to be doing any kind of technological intervention. It's only really in the last 2 years that people have started to have access to smartphones, have access to Facebook. So they're really engaged with it, and they're really interested in it. These are the two telecommunications companies that came in late 2014 and made SIM cards accessible for everyone, basically. And the problem with this kind of technology explosion, as people call it, is that it hasn't really been used for good yet. There's been a lot of use of Facebook to spread hate speech, to spread rumours, but this is an opportunity to kind of use it for a more positive end. The second reason is that this isn't just a tech tool. I mean, this is the same for Diana and Jean-Marie as well, but we have a really strong program that's offline, and so this tool is going to be part of a program. It's going to users who we already know, who we already have a relationship with. So there's kind of more, it's embedded in something, which means it's more likely to be taken up and be invested in and continued. And finally, because the team is really excited and really wanted to come to Zurich, but couldn't all come. So yeah, they know that we need this, but we don't have the capacity to do it ourselves. We're a local NGO, so yeah, that's it. And questions? Yeah, thank you.